This is the first time I've ever testified here at the state capitol, and I am here today to voice my strong opposition to this bill that moves New Jersey in the wrong direction.
Senator Andy Kim got 3 minutes into his testimony against a controversial bill that critics claim would effectively gut a highly praised New Jersey government watchdog, the OSC, or Office of the State Comptroller. Witnesses and lawmakers had tangled during the hours-long hearing, with Senate Government Committee Chair Jim Beach limiting the bill's opponents to 3 minutes, but allowing some supporters more time to speak. He cut Kim off as Jersey's junior senator joined State Attorney General Matt Platkin and Acting Comptroller Kevin Walsh to condemn the bill. Tempers flared.
The people of New Jersey are sick and tired of this.
That's
They
3
feel
minutes,
this way.
so please
Sir,
conclude.
I have been here for 5.5 hours.
Yeah,
I am missing
so what?
votes at the
So is
Capitol.
everyone
Give
else.
me 30
Why do you
seconds.
think you're special?
No,
you're not.
What happened was you gave Mr. Keller special privileges here.
He came at my request.
Yes.
You didn't.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. So there is someone that is special.
All right.
I would just
listen.
note for the record, that's a textbook First Amendment violation of viewpoint discrimination, which the Attorney General's office will be taking up.
Beach then ordered Kim to leave, but relented when committee colleagues said they had questions for the senator. Several other witnesses had offered to yield their time to Kim so he could speak earlier, but Beach had refused them, including Hoboken Mayor and Assembly-elect Ravi Bala.
That is a slap in the face to your colleagues, and that truly makes you special. And this is a disgrace. This whole hearing is a sham. It's a farce. And
Speak on the bill,
It's an
sir.
insult to the intelligence of the public. The public is not stupid, and we are not going to be fooled by this lack of transparency.
The bill as written would strip the comptroller's office of its power to issue subpoenas and investigate waste, fraud, and abuse. But the bill's sponsor, Senate President Nick Scutari, argued it aimed not to damage the comptroller, but rather to revive a fellow watchdog agency, the State Commission of Investigation, or SCI.
We are not eliminating any functions or responsibilities today. We are simply relocating them and reallocating them to an agency whose core experience is long-form investigations.
The bill, S-4924, would also empower the Senate President and Assembly Speaker to appoint the SCI chair as Jersey's Inspector General and allow it to request wiretaps.
The consolidation of investigatory responsibilities would eliminate duplication, streamline investigative functions, strengthen accountability, and create a more effective system for identifying fraud and abuse across state government and beyond. Obviously, people have heard from their constituents that they want more transparency, more accountability, and an inspector general with teeth. And that's what we're going to do today.
The SCI's new executive director, Bruce Keller, agreed.
A vote for 4924's reforms doesn't remotely resemble a vote for corruption. Instead, it would be a vote for reinvigoration, the reinvigoration of the one independent entity in all of state government designed to root out corruption.
But Attorney General Platkin raised red flags. First, that the SCI isn't a law enforcement agency, and so it can't legally wield wiretap powers, and that it would make the SCI beholden to legislators for their jobs.
It creates a rogue prosecution agency reportable to legislative leadership with an executive director who, as great as Bruce Keller may be, the legislature reaffirms can be fired at will with no notice.
Acting Comptroller Walsh spoke out vehemently against the bill, noting his office has recovered $530 million in taxpayer dollars over the last 4 fiscal years. That's more than 10 times the amount spent by his office, and generated 25 reports this year compared to none from the SCI. And he warned about the bill's impact on incoming Governor Mikey Sherrill.
The idea that a new governor who is committed to holding government accountable and to fighting corruption would not be able to appoint a state comptroller with investigatory, subpoena, etc. powers hamstrings a governor coming in who has committed to reform.
Other opponents included some 36 speakers, many from good government advocates, even other state watchdogs who would rather see the comptroller's office expanded, not reduced.
It's been the comptroller's office, not SCI, that has been working tirelessly to protect taxpayers and to improve the quality of life of the vast majority of nursing home residents.
It does appear to be an attack on one agency, not because it's doing a bad job, but because it's doing quite a good job, I think. Independent oversight bodies have to be able to say the truth, even when it's unpopular.
Senator Scutari introduced the bill just before Thanksgiving. The committee voted unanimously to release it, drawing more protests from critics appalled at its fast track through a lame duck legislature. Governor-elect Sherrill said she would not weigh in on pending bills, and Governor Murphy's office also had no comment, but Walsh said he'd be, quote, surprised if Murphy signed the measure. I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJ Spotlight News.